Whenever people announce the top 3 winners for speech contests, my heart, to be honest, would be beating furiously. It would be beating so quickly that I could really feel it. I could even hear it. And many a times when I don't get the number 1, the feeling it's extremely disappointing, and you know what that means, right? Sometimes if you don't win something, or if, for example, you're not given a prize for a lot of hard work that you put in, you kind of feel that sense of disappointment, which is pretty much a universal emotion. And let me share with you this. Before I won the 2016 World Championship of Public Speaking by beating 35,000 contestants from 142 countries, I walked home for 4 years. 4 years, I walked home with an invisible trophy. Now, this invisible trophy simply means that I did not bring home anything at all. Not a gold, not a silver, not a bronze. Nothing. But why is it that I call it an invisible trophy? You see, my mentor told me 4 years ago that every time you lose a contest, you learn more when you lose than when you win. So when you learn more when you lose, it simply isn't a failure per se. But what it means is you're bagging home an invisible trophy so that you can get a big one, whether it's the year later or the 2 years from now or 3 years from now. So that is the mentality that we need to have. It doesn't mean that we don't bring home a trophy right now. It means that we have failed, but more importantly, it's the multiple learning lessons. The very first time when I failed to bag home a gold for the international speech contest, I thought to myself, maybe this contest isn't for me. Maybe the judges are too lousy. Maybe the contestants are not worthy enough. Maybe I'm just too good for that. The second time when I lost, I told myself, well, perhaps the judges were simply biased. They know some of the contestants beforehand are new. Perhaps they don't like a too Asian a face. They don't like someone who is aged 24 or 25. Now, all these were excuses that were running in my mind, trying to justify that particular loss. But when I took some time to really deeply reflect, we call it reflection after the action, we took more time to truly reflect, then I realized that winning or losing a speech contest does not quite impact the self-worth of an individual. It doesn't mean that just because you have lost a contest, you are any less a talented speaker as compared to someone who has won. It could be due to many different factors that you could have lost, but it's not productive at all to spend a lot of time thinking about what could possibly happen, could the judges be biased and all, but rather to maybe relook at the rewriting process in your speech. Perhaps to relook at some of the speeches that you have delivered and ask for more feedback. Perhaps there's certain blind areas that you could have missed out. And those were the more healthy habits that I've acquired, and I would not have possibly acquired them, even if it were to be coming from a very experienced mentor telling me straight in the face, unless I've experienced it myself. This is the cool part. In order to win it big, you need to start losing small, a little here and there beforehand. It's something not to be heard, it's something to be felt, to be experienced. So the next time if you lose out in a speech contest, or if you lose out in an awards presentation, doesn't mean that you don't bag home a trophy, it's just that you can't see it right now. It's an invisible trophy. You are simply waiting for the next big one. I look forward to hearing from you of your next big successful story.